What is going on, everyone? RJ here, and in today's video I'm going to share with you one of my best real estate projects that happened in the heat of the pandemic last year, and which was originally a fix and flip project but ended up having to pivot and turned into a cash flowing asset to this day. Before we do get started, I will ask a huge favor. This thing took me a long time to edit, so if you guys can, please smashy that like button down below. It truly helps with the almighty YouTube algorithm, and if you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you are notified every single time I upload new content. Also, follow me in my other social media platforms here. It is just at RJ Ardonis. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day so far. We do have a full real estate project to go over on this video, so without further ado, let's dive right on in. So first, let me tell you about the property that we had found, and we just found it on normal MLS. I believe it was either through Redfin or Zillow. We found a brick legal 2-unit located in Chicago, Illinois. Although it is considered a legal 2-unit, there was 3 official floors, and each floor had its own kitchen and its own bathrooms. Now, the listing was for a short sale, and if you do not know what a short sale is, according to Investopedia, a short sale in real estate is one in which a house is sold for a price that is less than the amount still owed on the mortgage. It is up to the mortgage lender to approve a short sale, and the difference between the sale price and the mortgage amount may be forgiven by the lender, but not always. And so we had made the official offer in February and ended up closing in March. Now, it took us a full gut job on the top floor, the first floor, and the basement, but we had completed it all in a month's time and was done by April. Talk about a well-oiled team. So as I had previously stated, this was a full gut job. So we had tore down all the walls to make it and give it that open look and that open feel to it. When I say we tore and gutted everything, we had tore and gutted everything. We tore down all non-load bearing walls. We tore down bathrooms. We tore down everything you can tear down so that it gives it that open feel and that open look, giving us a lot of room for creativity here. We had also created a official entrance and an official landing room that would separate the first floor unit and the second floor unit. And again, this was just completed all in 1 month's time. We also added a garage. And in Chicago, that's one of the major selling points when you are selling a home, is having your own garage, because obviously in Chicago, it is notorious for street parking, and having your own parking garage is a big selling point. So come April, we had just completed the project on schedule, and in any other market, we had timed it perfectly for springtime, which is the best time, again, in any market to sell a home. But last year wasn't just any market. Last year was the heat of the pandemic. By the time we'd completed, it was April. The entire nation had shut down. Good times, good times. And in any other time, any other market, this property had comps north of $500,000. We had offered and purchased the home for $305,000, and that is how we calculated our profit margins. But again, since this was the heat of the pandemic, we could not find a seller. Everyone was scared, banks were scared, there was just so much fear in the market. Now, somewhere in between month 1 and month 2, we did find a buyer that had thrown an offer to us, and we accepted it. The financing did fall through, so we had to relist the property. Somewhere around month 2, my team and I had figured, look, we need to stop the bleeding. Mortgage was around $2,600, so we needed to find a way to stop the bleeding. Now, thankfully, when we had thrown the offer and we were looking at what the comps were for a fully renovated brick 2-unit home, it was going for north of $500,000. So with that being said, this is why I want to take a short moment to emphasize it is important that you do your math and your research, because in real estate, needing to pivot is a key strategy. You need to know and have multiple exits when you enter a deal. You cannot just rely on one. If we had relied on fixing and flipping this home, we could have been bleeding all year. We didn't know when the economy was going to go back to normal. So again, with that being said, around month 2, we decided to pivot and execute the BRRRR strategy. If you guys do not know what the BRRRR strategy is, the BRRRR strategy stands for buy, rehab, rent, refinance, and repeat. And so that is exactly what we ended up doing. We found tenants for the first floor and the basement, and then what we ended up doing was we converted the whole second floor into a short-term rental solution. So we completely furnished the full second floor, and originally we did do about a month of Airbnb in there, and then realized that, you know, for this particular unit and this particular property, we want a hybrid of longer term but short term rentals as well. So what we ended up doing was we turned the Airbnb into Furnished Finder, which specializes, if you guys don't know, towards traveling nurses and traveling professionals. After we had found tenants for all units, we decided to move forward with the cash out refinance. And what the cash out refinance allows us to do is it allows us to pull as much of the capital that we had tied into the property as much as possible. And we'll go over the math in just a bit here, but what I want to show you guys is take a brief moment and give you the tour of the property and the fully furnished second floor unit right now. All right, you guys, full walkthrough of the Ketteville property in Franklin Park, Chicago, Illinois. Open the front door to the landing. Motion sensor lights. First unit. And on our way up to the second unit. So up here, it opens up into the living room and the dining area. To the left is the first room. To the right is a bonus room with floating cabinet, which is super fire. Anti-slam. Fireplace. Dining room area. To the right is the bathroom. Stand-up showers. Backsplash. Gorgeous. And here's the master bedroom. Closet onto the right. Walk our way out again. And we got a kitchen. Kitchen itself is top-notch quartz countertops with alpine white cabinet drawers, a drink bar, and all of these drawers and cabinets are equipped with anti-slam. Kitchen backsplash. There you have it. Ketteville, Chicago. So let's go over the math and the deal here. What ended up happening is we went with a hard money lender to close the deal. And so all in all, we owed $291,000 on the property. And we had about $75,000 in rehab. And that includes all floors and the garage. So after all the research we ended up doing, we did end up selecting Lima One as our lender. If you guys don't know anything about Lima One, I will leave a link in the description below. Lima One specializes in investor-focused loans, and they were able to close me in less than 30 days. So we ended up doing a cash-out refinance with Lima One for 70% LTV, which stands for loan to value, which means that they are going to do a 70% loan to the appraised value of the home. And the appraised value of the home was, drumroll please, $515,000. So this property is worth over $500,000. So if we take 70% of $515,000, that leaves us with $360,500. So if we take the $360,500 minus the original amount owed, which was $291,000, that leaves us with $69,500 in cash. So do you guys know what's happening there on the refinance? We owe $291,000 and we are now refinancing it for 70% loan of value on the $515,000, which leaves us at $360,500. Now the difference between the $291,000 and the $360,000, I keep, right? I keep the spread in there, which is about $69,500. Now, of course, after the lender's origination fees and all sorts of other fees that they tack on and all the other things that they pull out of it, we were left with about $43,263.64. So if we take our rehab cost of about $75,000, subtract the $43,263, we are left with $31,736.06. So all that means is we still have to this day about $31,000 inside the property. Now let's take a look at this as a whole. We bought a home for $305,000, completely renovated, modernized everything, built a new garage, found tenants, and now have over a $500,000 home in the portfolio for about $31,000 right now. That doesn't even include all the benefits of having this property in my portfolio. So let's go through my rental numbers really quickly here. My mortgage on the property as of today is about $2,600 on this 2-unit, 3-unit property. And that includes taxes and escrow. Rent from the first floor unit is $1,750. Rent on the second floor top unit is $1,950 for a gross total of $3,700. That brings my gross rental take home at $1,100. And of course, you know, as a real estate investor, you want to make sure you want to deduct a certain percentage of that for vacancy and utilities and stuff like that. So it's about 10%. So gross is about $1,100. Take home is somewhere around $900. So I'm cash flowing on this property $900. So let's talk about all the benefits of having this property. Again, I'm not going to do some form of Graham-Stephan style math, but I'm going to talk about the basics. So let's go over the benefits. First and foremost, the principal balance of the property is being paid down. This property is currently cash flowing me roughly $900 in net profits, $1,100 in gross. We have the property is appreciating naturally along with the rising markets. And lastly, it has tax benefits. So all the rental income is being offset by depreciation. And of course, obviously seek a CPA or a tax professional when it comes to taxes. So with that being said, that is how you take an original plan, which was to do a fix and flip, get hit with a worldwide curveball and pivot and turn it into a cash flowing asset that is a part of your portfolio. And there's a quote I want to toss in there. A farmer who waits for the perfect weather never plants. If they watch every cloud, they will never harvest. That is the message I want to portray here, is if you wait every single time where you think it's going to be perfect, you will never ever make that jump or that leap to do anything you want. A lot of people to this day, at the date of this recording, are saying,
oh, we're in a market bubble, we're in a housing bubble, it's bound to crash, the prices are too high.
But there's people right now, even people on the Bigger Pockets, Brandon Turner, other real estate investors that I'm associated with are still making deals right now. There is never going to be a more perfect time than right now. The ability to pivot in different market conditions is also very key and very crucial. If we had stuck to our original plan of doing a fix and flip, who knows what would have happened. We might have bled for about a year paying a mortgage on a property that no one was living in, and we were paying mortgage on it. But because we had the ability to pivot from a fix and flip and turn it into a cash flowing asset that we were able to pull a majority of our capital out of, is a skill and is something that you learn along the way. But you have to be flexible, and the time is now. So with that being said, I hope you guys really did enjoy this deal and going over the project of last year during that heat of the pandemic. If you guys did, please do me a favor and smashy that like button down below. It truly helps with the almighty YouTube algorithm. Also, if you enjoyed the content and you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you are notified every single time I upload new content. Also, follow me in my other social media platforms here. It is just at RJ Ardonis. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. With that being said, life is too short, so eat some delicious food, drink some delicious drinks, do some good in the world, spread some positive vibes, and I'm gonna see everyone on the next video next time.